Tuesday night, and Tuesday night's the most important night of the week, right? Rory, Stacy, Linda?
Oh, yeah, always.
Why is it, for all the new folks, I want to tell you, why is it important? All of the big announcements and everything you need to control your rate of success here are going to be talked about, announced, launched on Tuesday night. So please write this down if you're brand new. And I'm saying that early because I see a lot of new faces. Tuesday night is the most important night of the week. Anytime Rory and Tanya are going to launch something, add something to the system to help you make more money, it'll always be done on a Tuesday night, never any other night of the week. So write that down, do yourself that favor, never miss a Tuesday night call. We're going to have new things that get launched. You got to get that stuff up front. Every now and then, Rory and Tanya are going to have guest speakers come on and talk about something great, whether it's just a golden nugget of training, an idea to better your life, better your business, or something cool that you can add to the system to help you become better at what we do. I love it, actually. That just rang a bell in my head. So you never want to miss a Tuesday night because that's everything that you need. And we want to make sure you have everything you need to be successful. You know what else happens on Tuesday night? Every Tuesday night, we have somewhere between 20 and 30 brand new people joining the team. It's exciting to see. We want to see the faces. Whoever got you here, like to know you made it on. We like seeing the new states being represented too. We love seeing it bounce all over the country and international. So if you're brand new and it's your first Tuesday night, now's your chance. We want to hear from you. Click on the little microphone in the lower left-hand corner, say hello, and don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
Here we are commemorating the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
Got it.
Hi, I'm Norman Ramico from Plainwood, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's in the house. Thank you, Norman. Welcome. Glad you made it.
Thank you.
International law and international rights approach in the UN.
All right. Who else is brand new out there?
I'm Binod.
Go ahead, man. Where are you calling in from?
I'm Binod Thapa from Nashua, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Welcome to the call. Glad
Thank
you made it. Thank you.
Okay.
Already.
All right. Somebody
Hello?
keeps hitting that button for, hello, go ahead. Welcome.
Hi,
Hi,
I'm Pat
Lisa
Baker. I'm
Florida.
from Jacksonville, Florida.
Jacksonville, Florida, the Sunshine State's in the house. Yes, we are. Welcome, ma'am. Glad you made it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi,
Lisa from Port Richey, Florida. Welcome, Lisa.
actually from Spring Hill, Florida.
From where?
Spring Hill, Florida.
Spring Hill, Florida. Welcome. Lisa, my goodness, that's like 4
Thank you.
people from Florida. What's going on? Or something happening in Florida. I love it.
Florida's the state. That's right.
Fantastic. Welcome. Glad you made it.
All right, you know, guys, if you guys have a TV or background noise happening, we're picking it up in our speaker. So please turn that off. It may be while you're getting muted by us so that we don't hear everything that's happening on your end.
Yes. Thank you, Stace. And you don't need to unmute if you're not brand new wanting to say hello as well. So welcome everybody to the Tuesday night call. It's the most important night of the week. For those who just came in, didn't hear me say a minute ago, every big announcement, everything you need to control your rate of success here. And we want to make sure you get that so we can help you be as successful as you can be as well. Always talked about, launched, announced on a Tuesday night. And that's why it's the most important night of the week. If Rory and Tanya are going to ask something to help you build your business, make more money, be more successful, it'll always happen on a Tuesday night, never any other night of the week, always Tuesday night. We'll launch and announce on Tuesday, train on Saturday. And if we have guest speakers come on, they bring somebody in to help you build your business with another tool, another product, another service, another good idea to just be better at what we do. This is where you're going to get that information first. So welcome to everybody, especially all the new people. And I know, William, you're waiting patiently. You unmuted once. But if you're brand new, we love hearing from you. Click on the little microphone in the lower left-hand corner. Say hello. Don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
Hello.
My name is Bill Bowles. I'm from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania.
Lancaster County in the house. Thank you, sir. Welcome. Glad you made it.
Thank you.
Someone else was just trying to unmute. Go ahead.
It's Patty. I can't get my picture to show up.
You're okay,
I'm from
Patty,
Texas.
Texas is in the house. Welcome, Patty. Looks like you just need to pull your monitor down. I think we're looking at the ceiling or light or something.
Oh, well, hold
That's
on.
okay. We hear you loud and clear. Glad you made it.
Okay, good. I made the screen big, but it's still not showing.
Oh, maybe it's too big.
I've had computer issues all day. It's been one of
Fantastic.
those
Well,
days.
as long as you
Welcome
can
to
see
Texas.
and hear and we can hear you, it's all good for now.
Okay, good.
Welcome.
Thank-
Where you calling
Cindy
in from,
Jones,
Cindy?
Arkansas.
Arkansas is here. Welcome, ma'am. Glad you made it.
Donna Gavin from Summerfield, Florida.
Florida is definitely making a showing tonight. Welcome, Donna. Glad you made it. I'm loving it.
Iowa. Seth in
Seth is
Iowa.
here. Welcome, sir. Glad you made it. Good to see your face again.
Robert from Mississippi.
Mississippi's in the house. Thank you, Robert. Glad you made it. Welcome.
We got Neely from Boona, Texas, and I probably
Welcome,
said that
Neely.
wrong.
Buda, Texas.
Patrick McClure, where are you calling in from?
Oh.
Medford, Oregon.
Oregon's here. Welcome, sir. Glad you made it.
Hi, Pat.
Hi.
Sharon Paulson from Minnesota.
Minnesota's in the house. Thank you, ma'am. Glad you made it. We're going to have to get going here in a minute. So if there's anybody else, hurry up, click on the microphone, say hello. Don't forget to say what state you're calling in from and welcome. All right. That was what, 17 people, 17 new students. We got close to that 20 mark, didn't we? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hit some water. Still coming in hot and heavy though. Look at that.
I'm hitting the button. I got it. You go do what you need to do.
Me
Well,
too.
no.
We're teaming up here.
I see you. Y'all got it, but they're coming in. They're still coming in pretty strong. Could have delayed them for a minute, but I'll just say one more time, welcome everybody to the RRR247 and Direct Consumer Ambassador Team conference call, training call, announcement call, everything call. If you didn't hear me earlier and you're brand new, it's the most important night of the week. Everything you need to control your rate of success here. To be successful is always talked about, announced, launched on Tuesday night. Anytime Rory and Tanya are going to add something to the system to help you build your business, to help you create more income, it'll always be launched on a Tuesday night, never any other night of the week. We launch on Tuesday, announce on Tuesday, train more on Saturday. Announce on Tuesday, train on Saturday. That's why you never want to miss a Tuesday night call. The second call you would never want to miss would be the Saturday when we train on it, right? Well, welcome also to all the brand new people every week, somewhere between 20 and 30 new people joining the team. We've had 17 people say hello already. I'm going to make last call this time, though, even though people are still coming in pretty strong. If you're brand new, we love hearing from you. Love seeing all the new faces. We love seeing all the states being represented. If you're new, click on the microphone in the lower left-hand corner or hit the space bar on your keyboard. Say hello. Don't forget to say what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
This is Farhad from Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas, in the house. Fantastic. Welcome, sir. Glad you made it.
Thank you.
I'm going to do that more.
Can't see a name. Samsung SMN98IU. You're unmuted. Where are you calling it from? All right. Let me hit a couple of buttons. Anybody else in chat we missed, Stace?
Donna Ruzika from Missouri.
Welcome, Donna. Glad you made it.
And I think there was Lisa from Port Richey, Florida.
I got Lisa. Welcome.
And Erica Lucas is from Missouri as well.
Erica Lucas from Missouri as well. And that was a great thing to see because guess what, Erica, you're caller number 20, your new caller number 20. So you made my story true. Thank you very much. Every week between 20 and 30 new people joining the team. I see people coming in still and their names that I haven't recognized. So there's definitely over 20 new family members. That's a great thing to see. Welcome to all of you. I'm going to hit a couple of buttons here so we can get going. That one. Stacey, will you take care of this chat for me? I'll hit this one more time. And off we go. So welcome again, everyone, to the RRR247 and Direct to Consumer Ambassador Team conference call, My name's Niall Eddy. I'm calling in from Central Florida, which is why I got so excited to see all those Floridians that are brand new tonight. There was 6 or 7 of them, right? Woohoo! Happy to see you. Welcome, 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 everybody. Though we're one big happy family spread out all over the globe, and it's just it's exciting to see 20 to 30 new people every single week joining the team. That just means we're doing everything the right way. Listen, for all you new folks, I've been in this industry for 35 years now. 35 years ago, I walked away from my job, and I've never looked back. And I'm going to explain a couple of things that this industry gave me. And hopefully, you catch that vision. It opened up doors I never knew existed, but it allowed me to meet people I never would have met before. Right? It allowed me to meet Rory, who I never would have met as a construction worker or an aviation mechanic. It allowed me to meet Costa. It allowed me to meet Jim Rohn, thank God. Meeting him face to face and having him be a mentor in the early part of our career was amazing. But that never would have happened as a construction worker or an aviation mechanic. It opened up doors that I didn't know existed and allowed me to meet people I never would have met before. So 35 years ago, when I was looking at this, now we've already, my ex-wife, we've sold everything underneath the sun, from Avon to undercover wear lingerie, right? To home interiors and all the stuff we had hanging all over the house. And it was always something I thought was a neat thing to just keep in touch with people and be around the industry a little bit. But I never really felt that it was a career type move where I wanted to get involved in it. But when I was going to school as an aviation mechanic, we got involved with something that kind of piqued my interest a little bit, to get me to dive in and read about it, watch some videos, get on some calls, learn a little bit about it. And I got kind of excited, and I thought, this one is different, it's unique, and I think it's something that we could have some success with. And my goal, if we can make an extra $500 or $1,000 a month just to spoil the kids more on the weekend while I was going back to school, then I would be really happy with that. But amazing things happen. We made more than that our first month into the business. I got in some calls, I met some people. I went to a meeting one day, actually. I drove about 6 hours to get to it because I wanted to meet these people that were talking on the phone and find out, what do they know that I don't know? How are these people making the incomes that they were talking about? So I went to the meeting, I met a bunch of them. As each one of them told their story, I shook their hands, got in their face, and just so that they would recognize me a little bit more at the dinner we were going to have later. And I went up to them and I kind of picked their brains a little bit, interviewing them without them knowing I was interviewing them. And I got the common thread in the common denominator, I guess, in between all of them that made them successful. And here's what I figured out. And I want you to write this down because this is important. The difference between all of them and me, why they were making so much money in this industry that I knew nothing about, is they were doing it longer. That's it. There was no other difference. There was no special sauce. There was no special secret. There was no background that was common behind any of them, because they came from all walks of life. The only difference was they were doing it longer than me. So I'm a big believer in what one man can do, another man can do. I went home, I dove in, I studied, I became a student of the industry. I became a student of the system that I was working at that time. And again, doors opened for me that I didn't know existed. I was able to, I finished, I graduated, I went to school. I was only at the airport for about 8 months, quit and went home, and I've been home ever since. Here's what they gave me. I said there's 2 things, right? The first one, time freedom. Everything I did, every decision I made, every act I took, every action I took was all about my kids. What can I do for my kids? How can I give my kids a better life, right? And a lot of you dads, you probably understand this part. I was working 16, 17, 18-hour days. And even when I was going to school, I was doing side jobs after class to make money and keep the money coming in, right? And I was lucky if I got home to have dinner with the kids. Usually it was give them a kiss on the forehead, tell them to brush their teeth, go to bed, and get up, and we all do it again tomorrow. Now I was home full time. Now I was putting my kids on the bus, taking them off the bus, going to every football practice and every football game, going to every volleyball practice and volleyball game. And I even went to cheer camp because one of my daughters was a cheerleader for a while. And I was that silly dad on the sideline with the pom-poms, just having a time of my life, being a part of my kids' lives. Every chance I got and everything that they had going on in their lives, I was allowed to be a part of because of this industry. And guess what? When the high school needed a bowling coach, I'm the guy that raised their hand to become the bowling coach for the high school. Why? Because I could. I had the time freedom. I love spending more time with my kids and their friends, but I love bowling, right? So I took the job and I became the bowling coach. The 2 of my kids were on the bowling team. We actually took first place that first year. That's that big trophy that you see behind me. I had a blast. There's nothing I love more than coaching and teaching young kids, especially if it's something they're frustrated with, and then you show them a couple little things, they start knocking a bunch of pins down, whether it's a strike or not. That big smile got on their face. It was what I lived for, especially when it was my own kids, right? So it gave me the time freedom to really be a big part of my kids' lives. The other thing it gave me was financial freedom. I told you I made more than my goal in that very first month. And when I quit my JOB and I started doing this full time, I dove in and I really started making incredible amounts of income because all I did was duplicate what other people did in front of me. I didn't try to reinvent the wheel. I just put in motion everything that they said that they did, I did. Sometimes I doubled what they did so I could double the result, but I still just did what they did. I followed the system in place. I followed successful people in front of me and I poured into it. And I think a year and a half into that, I look back and I was making more in just 2 months' time than anybody I've ever known in my life was making in an entire year's salary. It was amazing, but it validated that I made the right decision. I was in the right industry. And I'm going to tell you, I love being in a people helping people career. I've been able to help more people in this career than I ever could as a medic in the Army or anything else that I've done in my life. So financial freedom was something that I didn't expect, but grew into because I became such a student of what we were doing. How many parents take their kids on vacation once a year, twice a year, sometimes every other year because the economy's not so great, right? We go on vacation, we swipe that card like crazy, make sure the kids are having a time in their lives. So when they go back and tell all their other friends the vacation that they had, they get to brag a little bit and all their friends go, wow, cool, amazing. That was always my goal every time we took them on vacation or did so. And then you get the bill in the mail. You open it up and the guilt sets in. Oh my goodness, did I really spend that kind of money on that vacation? Right? I never felt that again. It changed our financial future. It allowed me to do whatever my kids' hearts desired with teaching them the right way. Didn't spoil them. Did SP oil them a couple times, but we didn't spoil them. They understood the value of everything. And then we instilled some good work ethics in it. My son, who's now 30 years old, that's my youngest, started working for himself when he was 9 years old. He still works for himself today. He's never had a JOB in his life. He's a young entrepreneur. So even when I didn't think he was paying attention, he paid attention. He knew he was built of that fabric that he needed to work for himself and create his own destiny. So time freedom, financial freedom, two most beautiful and biggest things we can offer to anybody on this planet. When I first got going, I was doing a mail order program, mailing stuff all over the country. I needed a voicemail that could handle a lot of volume because I wanted to advertise in the top 300 newspapers in the United States on top of everything else that we were doing. And everybody told me, if you want the voicemail, you got to go talk to this kid named Roy Rickard. I was like, okay, finally I called him up. This guy answers the phone. I met this young man, I'm telling you, with the energy unmatched and a love for mass communication, but a bigger love for helping other people, especially entrepreneurs building their business. He hooked me up with the voicemail. It took all the volume I could throw at it. But here's what else it did. As I built a network of people around the country, he showed me how I could put a message on that system and shoot it out to everybody at the same time. And I see some of the young folks going, okay, big deal. So what? We do that every day. This was in 1991. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. I joke a lot that I didn't have a pager back then. We didn't have any of the technology we have today, but we had this young kid named Rory with this techie brain that I was learning about that had a love for mass communication and helping other people. And he built that through Ma Bell, the phone company, right? Which is nothing more than a big computer. And he made that mistake that day when he set me up saying, now, if you have any questions, dial my number personally. Here's my personal number. I'm not a techie. I never was a techie. So I probably called him every day for the first 3 weeks. But we got to know each other really good that way. And he always took my call, always happy to hear my voice, always happy to teach the system that he put together for us. But guess what? Then the internet came out in 93, 94, where it all started hitting all of our home offices. We're bringing home those big monitors like this big, it took 2 people to carry it in the house, put it on our kitchen counter or our offices. And we're all jumping online to be entrepreneurs all over the world now, not just the country. And that's when Rory really found his niche. He left the phone company. He hopped online. He became the first guru out there, and he specialized in lead generation. He built a lead generation company that was matched by nobody else. He became the #1 lead generation company on the planet. And guess what? He still holds that title today. Nobody knows how to do what he knows how to do. And there's a lot of people out there trying. And by the time I don't even think they can get close. Once you get involved and you see what Rory knows how to do and the system he has, there's nobody even close to do. No one can produce the quality or quantity of leads he knows how to produce on a daily basis. One thing you will never lack here is leads to help you build your business. And guess what? The only difference between what he did then, what he does now, he doesn't sell them to the public or anyone. He invests into you with that. That's right. You never, ever pay for leads here. There's no one else out there doing that as well, right? So what else did we need? We needed a website. We're online now. We're going global. We needed a website that has some information that explained the opportunity that we're putting out there to the world. Rory started building websites. We had other websites we were using, and their results were kind of like, 1 in 25 positive response or 1 in 50. Rory's very first site he built was getting a 1 in 5 positive response, and it only got better from there. Now he's the web developing guru, right? He was building websites that were blowing away other guys that were supposed to be specializing in just websites. He loves technology. He's always diving in. He's always learning new technology. And as he learns it, he implements it, adds it to the system, and teaches it to everybody else as well. Started off with a 1-page little thing. Peter, you probably remember the first one. It looked like a flyer on the internet. And then when we could add color to it, I thought that was the greatest thing, says sliced bread, because I'm not a techie, right? But then it was the page behind the page, the second generation. And it just kept developing, evolving over years. And he kept adding more to it and adding more to it and adding more to it until it evolved into what you guys are looking at today. Hundreds of pages inside one site that all represent different products and services that you get to take to the world, have a positive effect on other people's lives while you're building yourself an incredible business, and a business, by the way, that is building legacy income and stuff that you can pass on to future generations. That obviously that's a touching point for me, right? Future generations means something that I can hand off to one of my kids one day. Probably not for another 50 years, because I don't plan on retiring anytime soon. But eventually one of them will take over and inherit the business that I'm going to be building for them, right? So we built an incredible relationship over the years. After I met him in Miami, shook his hand, looked at his eyes for the first time. And that's when you really get to know somebody. When you shake their hand and you're looking in their eyes, Norman, right? In that conversation, and you see those people who never look away while you're talking to them, he's that guy. I got to meet him. I knew he was a good person. I had no idea where this was going to go, but I knew I wanted to be part of his life in one way, shape, or form. A couple years later, I flew out to Utah. I got to meet his wonderful wife, Tanya. I walked in the door. She's our co-founder and his partner here. I walked in the door. I met a young lady raising 7 children, running several other businesses, and helping Rory do the training and get all this put together so that it can evolve into the thing that you guys see today. So I'm going to tell you folks right up front, this is a power couple like no other. They've got big hearts, great minds. The techie and the businesswoman came together, complement each other with the skill sets that they have. They're going to be legends on the planet. According to Jim Rohn's definition, think about this, Stacy, Peter. Jim Rohn said, the true legends on the planet are people who find the ways to help the most other people. Does that sound like the definition of Rory and Tanya to you? Sounds like the definition of Rory and Tanya to me. They're our partners, but they're also our friends, my best friend. I call him my brother. I call him my sister. I know their kids. They know my kids. A lot has happened over the last 30 years, but there's no place else that I would rather be. And if anybody, family member or best friend, anybody asked me for advice and said, what's the right business to get into today? Who's got the system to teach the masses? I would recommend my kids, my cousins, my grandkids when they're ready. I would send everybody this way, because these are 2 people who get up every morning and have a discussion and say, what can we do to help everybody build? What can we do to help William hit his goals? What can we do to help Norman see the big picture and increase his income? What can we do for Patty and Donna and all the other new people that just spoke up tonight? What can we do? How can we make it better? What can we add to help them make more money and hit whatever their goals are? And whatever your goals are, there's a system here. If you just want to make 500 or 1,000 a week like I did, great. Welcome to the team. If you want to make that much a week, great. Welcome to the team. If you want to make this a career like I did and Stacy did and so many other people you're going to meet here and just do this full time, great. Welcome to the team. If you're looking for a home where you can build yourself an incredible business while you also have a positive impact on other people's lives. You found your home here. We welcome you with open arms. So without any further delay, I know we ran over a little bit because we got started late. I get to introduce to you my brother, our mentor, the co-founder of RRR247, Mr. Rory Rickman. These new folks are dying to meet you. Can't wait to hear what you're going to share and do tonight.
I love having all the new folks on. And guys, I'm looking at this, you know, this is the end of the year, right? We're in December, and typically people slow down, take some time off. Just so you know, marketing never sleeps. And we have awesome things coming in. We have a lot of things going on, building, growing, and we're launching incredible things here in January. And I have a special guest today. We were going to have Tanya come on today and get you guys ready. She's going to do her stuff on Saturday. So Saturday morning is going to be I guess we call it the dream bigger, but the vision boards and getting set up so you guys know what you're focused on for 2024. Saturday morning, it's the first hour of training. That is 8 o'clock Pacific, 9 a.m. Mountain, 10 Central, and 11 Eastern. The same channel. We're going to be doing that, and Tanya's going to be on, and she's going to be taking that full hour, guys. She's really prepared some stuff. This is a dear friend of ours that I'm going to bring on. You guys, those that have been here for a while, you know who he is. I'm just going to bring some stuff up, and just so you guys just have some background for those. We have a lot of new people here that may not have met him. He's been quiet in the forefront, but he's been doing a lot of stuff in the back office. When we talk about our lead success, Peter, who's going to come on, has been part of our lead process. He is a lead partner with me for decades now, and there's a lot that happens here, and a lot of things that we have are because of what he's helped put together over the years. And he was with me. We did breakfast meetings as I launched this entire new direction in my life to create RRR247. Peter was at breakfast meetings with me once, twice, sometimes 3 times a week, just on how things are being formulated. He has been part of this process literally since day one. And you know, he's one of the friends I bring up sometimes. And if you guys hear the full story, where when we just started working and the impossible became possible, he just said, Rory, what can I do to help? What else can I do to help? What can I do to help? Where can I, and he's provided things to make things come together. You guys, a lot of the reason why we're able to fund the marketing and the company stuff he's a very big contributor to this whole thing. And he's got a very big servant heart. And that's why we get along. It's what it takes in this world. We need to make the world a better place. And Peter was talking about something that he wanted to do, a vision he had to help make the world better and just helping with mindset. And he's been working on this for a long time. And it's done. It's ready to go. And I told him, the second you're ready with this, we'll just brush everything aside. We'll get everybody in RRR to be part of it, because you guys are all going to love this. And today we're not building a page. We're not launching a page. I'm going to do a side note really quick. Stacy, I'm going to have you get with Peter. It's a Shopify system. We're adding this to our RAM system immediately. So we will be marketing this, guys. We're going to be pushing it out there and marketing it. But today, right now, for the next couple of weeks, we're all going to dive in and get to know this, because not only is it going to make us better people, better is the word, guys, better. Not only is it going to make us better people, but it's also going to give us a really good cross marketing and angle to help show people this fits our community. This is an exact thing of what we are and who we are as well. It's a very common path. All right. So I want you guys to just pay attention. Now, like always, I already built a page. All right. And I built a page for us. All right. So I'll share that page. We're going to get access to this. And here's the thing. We're going to talk about it. You're going to have some homework with this one. Everybody here is going to have homework. We're going to blast this out to everybody. Here, if you're catching this on a replay, check your emails, get with your instructor. We're going to be getting this out there. We're all going to be participating in this, getting to know it, because it's just going to make us better people. So I'm not going to take any of the thunder of this. Peter Bradford is going to come on. And when you guys hear us go to Puerto Rico or I guess if you hear us visiting Utah now, if you hear us in Utah, we're probably with Peter. Okay. We do a lot with him and his wife, and we keep trying to get them out to Mexico with us to do our own masterminding. And I'm so excited for you guys to see this. I'm so proud of Peter for getting this done. And I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to bring him on. I'm literally going to bring some questions on, but I might mute because I want to just blurt out this thing. Like, let's run, go. But it's one of those things I want you guys to take it in from the get-go. I'm going to have him explain it. So Peter, if you would come on and let's tell him what you've built. Explain what the backing's behind it, and then we'll show them the site, kind of go through that, and then we'll go over what everybody's going to get on here and what we want to do. But you guys, this is something we're going to be marketing as RRR247, and we're not marketing it for free, even though I would. If there was a cause thing for me to add to what we're doing, this would fit. But we're going to be pushing it out there, and there is a lot of things being done. I'm going to tell you guys this. Peter's been watching the Brain Food Academy come together. He's been a very strong supporter of everything we do, and there's a lot of things being done in the background with a lot of projects we have. Peter is very active in it. Even though we don't bring him on the calls like we used to, he's been very, very busy. And I just want you guys to know he's always doing stuff for us. But Peter, you're able to come on?
Yeah, I'm here. Thanks, Roy. Thanks for having me on. I'm
Yeah,
excited to share this.
I'm excited for you to share this. So I want you just to go into it. Let's not show everybody in the site, give them the background why you built it, because I want them to, like, you guys, and I'm going to tell you, when he told me he wanted to do this, I was like, you get it done. That sounds great. Let's go. And I'll tell you, from author to author, authoring a book is a pain in the ass. Like, if anybody's written a book, as soon as they say they're an author, I'm like, respect. Like, it's a pain in the ass. Like, you don't realize the hurdles it takes. It's a pain in the ass. And so, first of all, congratulations on getting this done. But you guys got to hear this. Okay, I'm going to mute Peter. Just go into an intro. I'll chime in if I feel like I need to. I'm so happy we're here. Let's go.
All right. Thanks, Rory. I appreciate it. Hi, everyone. Good evening. I'm actually in Puerto Rico right now. We moved here about 7 years ago. So I've been in Puerto Rico for 7 years. And one of the backstories, as Rory said, the backstory for this is I've always been a positive person. And over the last probably about, 8 years, I would say, I've been more aware and started reflecting on my life. I'm 52. And my passion project was, how can I help people? Like Rory said, how can we help people be better? And so this whole idea came when I was, well, let me back up a second, I guess. This whole concept came to fruition when a lady came to our house, and it was called Trusted House Sitters, and she was watching our pets. And she started talking to me, and I was telling her all these stories. And she's like, you should take those stories and put them into a book, because it would teach people how they can be better, and you can use your examples in your life. And I said, yeah, I've been living these examples for 20 something years, since I was 25, when I learned this concept. And she's like, well, let me interview you and pull all these stories out of you. So she called me over 4 or 5 months and interviewed and pulled all these stories together. And then I had them transcribed, and then I hired 2 writers, and we worked together, because anybody that knows me knows I don't write. So technically, yes, I'm author of this book and it's all my content, but I didn't actually write it. So I want to be clear about that. But I did everything in it is, all my stories and content. So I was a big part of editing it and putting it together and all that good stuff. But the concept of this book is just selling being a better person. So let me start with my story, my main story, and then I'll tell you about the book itself. So when I was 25 years old, I was working for a telecommunications company. My first corporate job, I worked in a corporate job for 10 years. After that, I started on my own. So in that job, I was waiting in line. I was the support guy and the training person for the company. So everybody kind of knew me. And I was waiting in line and this big VP comes up to me, and this is a $3 billion company at the time. So this guy's way up there. I'm 25, I'm new, wet behind the ears, you know, and he says, "Hey, how are you doing?" And I said, "I'm good. How are you?" And he's like, "Only good? Why are you only good?" And I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" He said, "You should be great." I said, "Okay, I'm just waiting for lunch." No problem. So I thought about it. And then 3 days later, I come back to him and I say, "You know, what if my whole family dies? I'm not great." And he said, "No, you're still a great person. You're just not necessarily great that day." And so I thought about that, and you know, I was like, okay, maybe these guys got something, you know, he's VP of this $3 billion company. Maybe I should listen. So for the next year, I changed my word. We're trained to be mediocre. You know, it's crazy to think, but we're trained at a really young age when somebody asks you, "Hey, how are you?" "Fine, okay, good." That's typical. That's mediocre. I wanted to be better. And I learned from him just changing that one word to great, trying it for a year. It felt uncomfortable. It felt fake initially. Like all these things go through, but I noticed it had effect on me. It started having effect on me. It affected people around me, and everybody can do it. It's just changing one word. And so I thought, okay, let's take that story, let's take that concept. And then I had all kinds of other stories that where it affected my life and who I hung out with, who I attracted into my life, who I wanted to be around, was just those people that were better than good. And what's crazy is a lot of successful people, not just in money. When I say success, for me, I'm from Canada originally, but when I say, so for me, you know, in Canada, it's slightly different. I don't know how many Canadians are on, but they'll understand. It's just a slightly different twist. And people always say Canadians are so friendly and, you know, that kind of thing. So, but the idea here is that, you know, just changing that one word had such a profound effect on me that I had to do this. So it's been a passion project for the last 5 years, on and off, not full time, but on and off, putting this book together and this movement. So I call it the Be Better movement. And the book is one word: to be better. And I play on the word be with the 2 E's, because bees are buzzing. Bees are, you know, essentially needed in life. You know, the idea of the bees, you'll see it in the book. There, we make little references to it, so I don't want to spoil it all. But the idea here is it doesn't cost any money, and Rory's going to give you access to this book for free for everybody on the call. Rory will give you the details and how to get it. But the idea here is, what I want to do is spread that good word. Everybody can be better. And I'm going to push this globally. I've submitted this book into the UN to be approved. I'm working on that. I'm not saying it's going to get approved. I'm saying I submitted it. So I'm trying to do something for humanity here. It doesn't sell anything in this book other than, you know, everyone can be better. And so I'm excited for it. I hope everybody, you know, enjoys it. My only request out of this whole thing is a review. Good, bad, or ugly. I want a review from you after you read it, you know, to see what you think. It's about 100 pages. It's not a long book, so it won't take long. It takes about 3-4 hours to read, max of reading time. And I think it'll be super enjoyable. I've tried to make it entertaining. I've tried to make it, you know, bring you through different emotions, and you'll feel all kinds of greatness coming out of it. And you'll see how easy it is. And you'll also realize how powerful it is. And the last thing I'll say is that when I was talking about successful people, and I was saying with money or not, what I was blown away with, and this is where I'm going with it long term, is I want to interview people that are better than good and find out their stories. How did they become better than good? When did they learn how to become better than good? You know, you have to make a conscious choice to change that word, good, okay, fine, to great, awesome, amazing, fabulous, fantastic, whatever your word is. That's also my catch line. What's your word? But that's something that is so amazing, because I ask people all the time when I ask somebody, hey, how are you? And they say, I'm fantastic. I'm like, wait, you're fantastic? That's awesome. Where did you learn that? You know, I want to hear their story. So I think it's really cool. I'm excited for this. I'm excited to interview people, and I'm excited to get your reviews. And like I said, Rory's going to give you the instructions on how to get it and where to get it. And I'm giving it away to everybody here on this call for free so that I can get reviews, and I want to help you be a better person, and hopefully you'll enjoy it as much as I enjoyed putting it together. So there you go.
I'm gonna put this here real quick. Even though you didn't write all of it, you put the time in, wrote the stories or told the stories. You did and you did something because you're really busy. You guys, he's a lead generator, right? So he's busy too. But the thing is you got it done. You put the resources in place to do it. And then he did awesome branding. He's got everything set up there. But you guys, we're going to be the part of the marketing arm. But the thing is this is one of those things that we market, and it ties right into our community. So we're going to want to be doing videos, and this is just another thing to get people to look at it, see what it is. Everybody wants to have a better life, and then we have a community to bring them in too. So when I saw this, I went, this is a cross marketing goldmine for us. And there's also a lot of things behind the scenes being done, big things that tie in RRR247. And when you have people that want a common direction and impacting the world, we got to band together, because there's already so many negative things out there. We've got to push the good. And I'm going to share this with you guys, and here's what I'm going to tell you. You got homework. So we're going to all get the ebook. Ebook's an immediate download. Everybody get this ebook. It's your homework to read. Okay, you've got a couple weeks to have it all read. Read it. We can already start building pages around this. Stacy will get the tracking done as soon as it should be pretty simple. I have a feeling that these two know what to do. And you guys, we will be getting a commission on the sales of the stuff in there, and that's great. There's swag. There's all sorts of cool stuff. Okay. And it's part of our RAM program. We'll get paid on it, but also it is a common ground of the direction we're going. And as we bring people in and we offer the contact us, people that want to be better, people that want to raise up, that's who we want in our community anyway. So this is a really, really good thing. It's a win-win-win-win-win. And I'm going to share the page here. I'll share my screen.
So Peter, I can get that shirt.
What's that?
I can get that shirt. That's going to be part of the swag.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of stuff on there. You know, I tried to put some cool little.
I'll show you you guys see the page. Here's the home.
I see it now. Yeah,
it's all there. There's a whole catalog of stuff to get, and the books and everything. There's a nice little write up. It's all these got some really cool, and these are fun. This is the fun saying. Like I really appreciate how this has come together. And I was looking for my Be Better hat that Malik actually wears a lot, and I had it for today, and I don't know where it is. So I don't know if Malik hit it. I asked Tanny, "Have you seen my Be Better hat?" Because I was gonna wear it today. But this stuff, I mean, I like your Christmas Be Nice. Like I didn't see this added till like today. I didn't see this before.
Yeah.
But he's got a lot of really good stuff that's in here, and like be amazing, be awesome. I'm gonna, there's a lot of stuff here. It's pretty dang cool what's set up. But you guys, it's just it's a very simple marketing message of, use a word, be better, right? Be awesome. And it's a manifestation move, right? You're declaring something, and it is a movement, and if people just change their attitude a little bit, watch what it changes, right? Like if everybody was a little happier, the world's a better place. And it's really great. And I don't know, by the way, I didn't see this until today either. I think you showed it to me before, but this right here, the day one edition.
Yeah, that's just a limited edition. It's got the sleeve, so it's a hardcover. It's got a really nice sleeve on the outside of it. The quality of the pages on the inside. There's full color pictures. And what's cool is some of the pictures inside the book are full color, but they were generated by AI. Of course, I'm a tech guy. I had to get some cool generated AI artwork inside the book. So you'll see full color pictures. There's a lot of cool stuff in it. It should be fun. It's a fun read. It's very easy to read. It doesn't go into technical. It's not all about science, you know, like it's fun storytelling concept. And I think everybody will relate to it in some way, some shape or form. You'll see, it'll resonate with everybody. I think that the idea here, I'm just excited for everybody to read it. I've got some great feedback already, so I'm just excited for you guys to get it in your hands and take a read. Rory, one other little piece on the story, if you go to the front cover of the book, not that one, go to the main. So this is the main book, right? That's the one I'm gonna have all over. I'm getting distribution on that main book. That front cover was done by a Emmy-nominated artist in New Zealand. She did it in watercolor. She created that bee. She created the honeycomb. She painted it in watercolor for my book. And I did that on purpose because I wanted a story. Everything's a story, and I needed something for the cover. So we hired her to do that. It looks simplistic, but when you get it up close and you look at the detail in that bee, it's pretty crazy. But anyway, so that's the story on the cover. The ebook is right there, the one in red. And I sent Rory the direct link to that. That's the ebook, and that's the
Sure,
one
guys,
you'll
this
be
is
able
this is
to.
the link for us to use. I put it on my rory3.com page, and you can go there and get it. But if you this right here is a link right to the ebook. RRR free, you get the ebook for free. Okay, now we're just getting this out there right now, and then these are the codes he's made for RRR, so we can give these to our guys all the time. But we're going to be marketing and getting commission off the sales as a product. But this is for RRR only, guys. This isn't to market out there. This is for us. We'll always have. Let me go back to that. We'll always have 80% off the ebook, 40% off soft cover, 20% off hard copy. Off the hardcover, and these are ours. Those will work with the commission structure as well. So just we get paid based on it. But you guys, that's all going to be launching, and we'll do that. But right now, we're not worried about marketing the pages. We want us to read it and understand it, so we can talk about it, and also so we can do reviews to build the awareness of this up and get that out there. And we want to really have a strong RRR247 representation on that for all the reasons that we have. Okay. Now there's things that are gonna come into play with things that Peter and I have been working on. They're gonna benefit us in every area that we have. Our schooling and our community and everything there. It's colliding. So we have a plan for stuff. So I'm gonna ask everybody. I'm gonna take this off for a second. I'll come back to it. I want everybody here to read it, and we're all gonna submit reviews and put highlights in there to help launch this in a great way. And then we're gonna be tying to those reviews in our marketing and everything else that we do. So we need to populate it, right? Like anything we get behind, and it's something that we need to be very vocal on it, and we want to read this. Okay, now I'm going to tell you, a book like this, even if it's the ebook, right, is a great gift to somebody to help them feel better. Wait till you read it. And that's what we like about this, because it's like you can, sometimes people just need a nudge in the right direction, and sometimes they don't want to listen to you. But hey, read this book. It's from a great guy. Just read it, right? Or listen to it, or all that. This is one of those things that just can help change the mindset. And you look at how many anxiety and stress and issues that are out there. Sometimes just a switch in our mind, our brain's a powerful thing, changes their whole livelihood, and we can help all sorts of issues. And you can go into the mental issues and the suicide rates and all these things. Like a little gauge of happiness changes things, and our brains control everything, right? And if we can feed it proper things, it creates a better outcome. And so to me, this is like a humanitarian thing that we should just all feel empowered to go support, because it's a good thing. It's a better thing. It's a better thing. Yeah.
Rory, along that, so you just tapped something, and I think you guys will know me a lot better once you read this book too. But I've changed all the names in the book, so even my daughter is in the book, but her name is changed. I had to change everybody's name, company names, all that stuff. But what's really cool is my mom and my daughter were the two driving like motivators for me, because what happened was two quick little stories. My daughter at 16, anybody that has a daughter and of that age, or had a daughter, had at that age, knows they're very complicated, not easy typically to raise, and very challenging, especially for me as a dad. So I went to her and I said, I told her the story, being better than good, and she picked her own word. She did it on her own. I didn't even know she was listening. Okay. 16, they know everything. So, I tell her and whatever, hopefully it went through, A year later, she comes back to me and this is what she said. She just said, "Dad, it worked." And I said, "What are you talking about? I had no idea what worked." And I said, "What you told me. I changed my word and it worked." And I was like, "What? You were listening?" Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad, And so it changed for her. And then my mom, and you'll get the full story in here, but my mom, she was always calling and complaining to me and bitching about something and arguing about, just unhappy with life. And, so I had to basically cut my mom off from calling me for like a year. And I told her the tool to help her. I told her the story, and it was really hard. And I basically said, if you can't be better than good, just don't call me. I don't want to hear all the negative. I got enough negative. I'm getting rid of all my negative. Right. And my mom did. And we, from that point on, had a great relationship. And I was so thankful I did that. And it was an amazing turnaround, and we had such great conversations. Like I'm tearing up. It's so crazy. It was like the hardest thing I had to do, and it worked. And she changed, and she became a better person for it. So I'm excited for that. And those were my two driving motivators to get this done. So hopefully you enjoy it, and I'm really excited for this.
So guys, we're going to download this, we're going to read it, and then we're going to reconvene the first part of the year, and we'll put some stuff out there. We'll get reviews done. We'll reconvene with the pages and continue to do this. This is a long-term forever push. I'm not going to do Q&A today, Sandra, because we're getting really low on time, and I want to make sure we get this done. I'm going to cover some housekeeping, and then I promised I would help with some Google AdSense stuff today. So I got a couple people to review. I got to see where that's at, and I'm trying to remember who they are. So I'm going to look at a couple of them. So we'll go right into that. And I'm not going to read my book today because I'm going to do the Google AdSense stuff. And then Peter, we'll have Peter back on live to cover this. But you guys, this is going to be a very fun read. And I'll tell you, this is a great time of year to be focused on how can I, change one thing, and the power of changing one word that you use in your life, right? You've heard good to great. There's a lot of stuff out there that inspires a lot of this type of stuff, but think about it. If you're putting positive words out there all the time, it makes you positive. We are what we consume, right? So if we consume, and we also, what comes garbage in, garbage out, right? Good in, good out, better in, better out. The words we use, the power of a word is incredible. Right? The spoken word, the written word is a manifestation. So if you're going to use a word to describe something, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. It's literally a universal fact, right? That if I am always fantastic, I'm probably going to have a great energy and fantastic. I love saying I'm fantastic because I feel fantastic. I love the word awesome. You guys know it's in our core values, awesomeness. What does that mean? I did everything I possibly could to make it the best experience on every angle. Like it's awesomeness. It's all that rolled up. And, and awesome. Yeah, Niall, we love the word awesome. because it's awe-inspiring. What's better than awesome? I don't know what's better than awesome. Awesome is like the top to me, right? And I don't think you can overuse a word, and it makes you feel better. And when you say I'm good, and when you say I'm great or I'm fantastic, you can't help but to smile. And the power of a smile, the power of energy of pushing something great out or happiness out, it's better. It is the Be Better movement. Okay, so you guys
do you
that link.
remember when our do you remember when our mentor taught us that? I feel like $1 million.
Okay.
That always made people go,
Rory,
Yes.
I've already got people saying that it's in an EPUB file. We were working on it. Peter was working on that, right?
I just got that too. It wouldn't let me download for some reason, EPUB.
Yeah, so what it'll do is when you put in the code, the discount code, it'll send you an email and it'll give you a link in that email to a zip file. And then when you unzip that, it's going to give you an EPUB file. EPUB is readable by on the Mac if you have an Apple, or you'll put it into your books. I think it's called iBooks, or it used to be called iBooks. Now it's just called Apple Books. It'll automatically load in books for Apple. And on the PC, I believe there's a Kindle reader. So it's also compatible with like a e-reader as well. So EPUB is kind of the standard for all online or all electronic books.
So instead
basically.
of trying to download from the site, wait till we get the email, follow that link, and
Yeah, because if you do it from your, and again, guys, remember, this is literally, it was hot off the press today. So, you know, I basically just got the site up and ready today. So you guys, if you run into any issues, just let us know. We'll work through them. It's free, so you're not paying for anything. There's no requirement to buy anything on the site. There's nothing like that right now. I just want you guys to get this free ebook and give the reviews. So if you have any issues, let me know. We'll work with Rory.
I'm going to make this really easy, guys. Watch this. I'm going to make this really simple. I'm going to pull up my site again. I just grabbed the EPUB reader. Like, guys, I'll make it really easy. And this is our job anyway, right? So I'm going to come here. I'm going to edit the page.
See, and I didn't even know they had a plugin. That's cool.
Oh yeah, I've done these for a long time. So like it's sometimes it's fun to have all the formats. You guys it's gonna get better, but I just wanted us to read it and get this out there, right? So you'll go here and get this this EPUB thing, you can add it to Chrome. And I'll just put it on here. It's just an extension. And then when I have it, I don't want Brave. I have EPUB Reader on Chrome. So now when I download it, I literally can just read it right on Chrome. Simple. In fact, I'll go ahead and do it. Hold on.
Perfect. Yeah, it's quick.
Yeah,
That
but
was
usage
something that I just got notified for. Peter.
See? Look at that.
We break everything. Okay, so we'll get that new code in there.
Yeah, I'll get it figured out, because what happened was there was probably some limit, and I'll get the unlimited turned on for you.
Look at this. Because you got shop pay, like all my stuff comes up already, right? So
yeah,
like I'm
no,
I don't care. It's fine, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You're using the other code, right? So it's fine.
Yeah. I'll get
that.
the thing unlimited for you. Yeah, it's gonna send you your code to your phone.
Yeah, it's it's not like I don't buy everything freaking in the world anyway online. So there we go. I'll get this. You guys watch me do it live? I'm already set up. I didn't have to put my stuff in there. So your order is confirmed. I get a confirmation email. I'm gonna download now.
Yeah, and it's gonna give you the zip file.
When I say off to